What them haters talking about?
What's up, family? We got a guy who confronted his ex-baby mama after he found out the baby wasn't his. Fam, dude was devastated, had the paperwork in hand and was trying to get out. There was a couple of guys there. I don't know what the relationship was, but they were trying to keep him off of her, or at least from getting up in her face. Called all kinds of names, and the trip part about it was that she was sitting there taking it at first, and then she started playing the victim. Like, he was saying something wrong by telling her how evil she was. And dude was real hard on the fact that he was buying a lot of things for the baby. He said, spending all my money. He said he took out a loan to take care of the baby. He took out a loan. That's wrong, fam. That's wrong, wrong, wrong. I got a solution. DNA at birth. That's right, fam. DNA at birth. But you know what? The state probably won't allow it because the state just love pinning the baby on anybody. And I'm going to tell you something. Depending on what state he's in, if he signed that birth certificate, he's doomed anyway. He's going to have to continue to pay. So he ain't necessarily off the hook. I read a comment where some dude said, or somebody said that dude should be celebrating that the baby isn't his. I don't know. Dude was invested in that baby. That's the thing. I've seen a lot of guys who raise other dudes' kids and they think that these kids are theirs and they get attached to these kids. And it's not as easy as some people think once you get attached to these kids to just walk away from them. These kids sometimes, they only know that guy as the father. They don't know any other father. They don't know anybody else. And so the kids become attached. The man becomes attached. And the whole time, the conniving mother just sitting back and she know the truth. You know what's cold, fam? Sometimes these women who play these games, they'll have sex with another dude and get pregnant. They know that this guy ain't gonna stick around. So they'll go hurry up and hustle and find another dude to go up in them. And the moment she can spread the news, bingo, you it. That's a cold game, fam. It's cold. It's cold, cold, cold. But you know what, fam? There's enough responsibility to go around. You know why? I think it's important to try to get to know people before you engage in sex, especially unprotected sex. Now, that's easier for me to say because I am a mature adult. I'm a man who have seen it all. Been there, done that. But I can tell you, fam, a man who can control his emotions and that's a powerful man. It's a man that can actually just reach damn near any height he would want to, if you can control that. Very difficult to do, but if you can figure it out, you'd be cold-blooded with it. This guy, I don't even know if he'll ever recover. And the thing about it is that he seemed like a good guy. Seemed like a guy who took responsibility. He took the bull by the horn. Okay, it's yours. Okay, I'm finna go out and do what a man does. I'm gonna be a stand-up guy. I'm gonna take care of my baby. I'm not gonna try to dodge my responsibilities. That's what he did. And look at how he got repaid. Cold game, man. Cold game. You got to try to get to know these people. Get to know people before you take your clothes off and start engaging in sex. Because Even if you know somebody and you have sex with that person and the baby actually turns out to be yours, the relationship could go awry. You know, things can get really, really bad and the relationship ends up getting dissolved anyway. This is why it's important to at least know that you're procreating with at least a decent person. Because if things go bad, at the very minimum, you're going to be civil toward each other. And you'll have two individuals who don't try to tear each other down, who are not trying to duck their responsibilities. Sometimes people really do just grow apart. People really do just don't work out with each other. But if at the very least you procreate with a decent person, then you can raise, you put it like this, you stand a better chance of raising a productive child, because that productive child sees how to communicate effectively with another human being that you may not necessarily have a love for, whatever you may not be in love with, but because you have a common bond, being the child, you work things out. You kind of like being like working at a company or something. Sometimes you work at a company, you don't like your coworker, but you have a common bond, you have a common objective. So you work together. You figure out how to work together and be civil toward each other. Sometimes you walk in, you might not even want to speak to them. You want to say something to them, but you don't want to say it ain't pleasant. But you exchange pleasantries anyway, because you understand that you have a common objective, and it's best that you exchange pleasantries and that you be civil toward each other. And you're going to get a lot further with bees, with honey, than you would with vinegar. You see what I'm saying? That's all it is. Just try to, at the very least, be civil toward each other. So dude joins the class of men who laid up and procreated with a woman. Well, actually, let me back up. Didn't procreate with her, but laid up with a woman who he didn't know, he didn't have a really good relationship with, and she pinned the baby on him. But you know what? If there's anything good came out of this, is that he learned early. Baby's still small, so at least he found out the truth early enough to have a peace of mind about it. That's something that he'll grow into. That peace of mind is something that he'll grow into. But damn, man, it's cold, man. Every time I see one of these cases like that, I'm like, man, that's dirty. That is some dirty. How does she sleep at night? How does she sleep? Probably upside down. One more case that actually confirms the old adage. Mama's baby, daddy's maybe. No more talk.
What the haters talking about?